Literally no one asked me to vlog, so I decided to do it all my own. You see me live my life every day, girl, so get ready to be bored, you're watching April. I know that doesn't rhyme, but literally nothing rhymes with April. Hey queens and kings, whatever you identify as, I am going to use this to try to get some of the cat hair off of my cat, because Persian cats, that's what I have, Persian cats, they have a lot of hair and it's a lot of maintenance, so you have to get your cat groomed. People make fun of me sometimes, they're like,
you groom your cat? Who gets your cat groomed?
When you have a Persian, you actually have to, because they have very specific type of fur, especially my cat Daisy. Gus, the big fat one, is really good at cleaning himself and making sure he stays nice and pretty, but Daisy is kind of an idiot and doesn't even try to clean herself, and so her hair gets matted. If she's not groomed once a month, it gets really long and really thick and uncomfortable. You kind of constantly have to groom them. Well, we've been quarantined for 2 months and she's not been groomed, so she's starting to look real crusty. So I'm gonna try, this should thin out her fur. I've used one of these type of things on her before. I think this one is Moose's, but it's really gentle. It's not like, these aren't like scissors or anything. It's just like a brush. I'll show you on my own skin. You don't feel anything. I'm even pushing pretty hard, but just the way that it's designed, it's supposed to help thin her out, I guess. I don't know, I don't really understand how it works. But I have a bunch of different random brushes and stuff like this, so I'm gonna try to use these and thin out her hair, because the cat hair in the house is getting ridiculous and she really, really needs a little trim. So that's what's on the docket for today. How riveting. This is insane. Look at this. I can't believe how much hair is coming off. Oh my God. I've only been doing this for like a couple of minutes and there's hair everywhere. I was literally only doing that for 2 minutes and so much freaking hair was everywhere. That was crazy. Oh my God. I'm gonna need to be doing that like at least once a week, just to like try to thin out her hair a little bit, especially since it's like summer now. She's so mad at me. Are you mad at me? You look nice. Oh, now you're gonna clean yourself? Okay. What do you guys want from me? I made a whipped coffee, okay? I didn't make bread today. What? That's different. That's different than usual. I'm going to make it. I just haven't made it yet. I feel like Corey just edited the vlog from yesterday and I just put some final touches on it and I'm uploading it. As I was watching through it, I was like, God, this is boring. Like, I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do. I feel like at the beginning of quarantine, I was like feeling motivated to like try to do different things every day and make it interesting for myself and for you and for Flynn, and just like, now I'm just getting, first of all, this angle is not a good look for me when my hair is pulled back. Like, I literally look like Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall egg. I look like a very large toe. This is just not a good angle, but like, I don't even want to hold it up like this. Like, that's not that much better. And it hurts my arm, so down you go. Anyway, I just feel like I'm getting more and more like, I wouldn't say sad. I'm not like sad. I'm not depressed or anything. I'm just like, the best way to describe how I feel is like, bleh. That's how I feel. Does anyone else feel bleh? Because that's how I feel today, and that's how I feel most days. I just feel like, I don't know how to shake it. And it's getting hotter in LA now. It's like 90 degrees today, so it's like I don't want to walk around outside. We don't want to go for walks. It's too hot. And Flynn gets all sweaty and like he's uncomfortable, and so we can't go for walks anymore. But anyway, this is not me complaining. I mean, I guess it is me complaining, but I'm not trying to sound like ungrateful for what I have. I know how lucky I am, like, to have my family and my health and my job and like my house and like all this stuff. Like, I'm very aware of all of that, and I'm trying my hardest to stay positive, but I just feel kind of bleh. And so I'm telling you that I feel that way. But I will try to be more entertaining today, or I'll try to do something entertaining today.
I
keep seeing bootleg Broadway videos. It makes me so angry. I get like raging angry. Because I watch like theater stuff on YouTube, I look up like karaoke tracks a lot lately because of my Musical Mondays. But I also just love watching Broadway stuff. But every time a Broadway show or West End show comes up on my like recommended, I get so angry. Like, don't film Broadway shows. It's illegal. It's not nice. Anyway, okay. Bye. Okay, so Flynn's awake from his nap. We have this little porcelain bowl painting kit. I wonder how long this takes and if it's hard. It might be fun to paint a bowl, Flynn. You wanna paint a bowl? It says, prepare your work, you paint them to achieve the best results, and brighten, allow painted porcelain 24 hours of drying time. If you wash your final creation, it may damage the design. So you can paint a bowl, but if you wash it, it'll get ruined. Should we paint a bowl? One of my favorite things to do before the quarantine was go to a place called Color Me Mine, which is where you go and you paint different ceramic dishes. I loved going, and it was fun to go with Flynn because he would paint little designs, and now we have plates and mugs and things that are painted by him that we can have forever. So this is 3 little bowls. What do you think, Flynn? Should we paint these? These are the perfect size for your food, for your dinners. You wanna paint it? We should wait for Daddy. You wanna do it? Okay, we'll wait for Daddy. Eric and I are on a drive date right now. Not taking any chances. You don't want no kisses? Corey is hanging out with Flynn at home, which is really sweet, so that we could just get out of the house and drive. It's like wonderful to just see cars and air and sky. I'm losing my mind. But I do want to paint those bowls, hopefully maybe when we get back. What do you think about painting bowls?
I've always been a fan of painting bowls.
Who's not a fan of painting bowls? I look haggard.
No, you're great.
Okay, our bowls have been postponed because we want to make garlic knots. We're gonna make garlic knots because we're making pasta tonight, and Eric was like, garlic knots, yo, let's make garlic knots. So I'm looking for a bowl, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to make garlic knots. So to make garlic knots, first you gotta make the pizza dough. Oh my God, there's such a big zit on my forehead, cute. 1 cup of warm water, and you need a tablespoon of sugar, and a tablespoon of active dry yeast. Give that a little stirry stir. And then you're gonna let it sit until frothy and bubbly. So in like 5 minutes, we'll come back. All right, it's been about 5 minutes and it's nice and like frothy. So now you're gonna add in a tablespoon of olive oil. Dun, 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 dun. And then you pour in 2 cups of flour. Blend that together to make a dough. I'm just gonna cover this with some plastic wrap and let it rise in a warm place for 30 minutes. And then we'll work it a little bit, roll it out, and make some knots. Okay, so while my dough is rising, I'm going to make meatballs. So we use some red meat. I'm gonna throw an egg in there, Parmesan cheese. I learned how to make meatballs because I was a nanny and I had to figure out how to get the kids to eat vegetables. And so I would hide vegetables inside of meatballs because they love spaghetti meatballs. So I saute spinach and onions and mushrooms, like a ton of spinach, onions, and mushrooms, bell peppers, chop them up really, really tiny, saute it all, and then put it inside of the meatballs. And so that they got their vegetables. They didn't even know it. Gotcha. What I'm gonna do is saute some finely chopped onions, garlic, and spinach and mushrooms apparently. We're gonna chop them up really tiny, saute it all up, and put it inside of the meatballs. All right, so I have a little bit of red onion here. I'm gonna chop it up with my chopper knee. I'm gonna do it. Push down. Good job. Good job. You want Coco to do it? Okay, here's Coco's turn. Coco's doing it. I have some mushrooms. Thank you, baby. Good job. Good job, Lynn. Onions and mushrooms and a bag of spinach. And I'm gonna saute this with some olive oil until it's cooked. And then I'm gonna put it in my meatball mixture. So I sauteed that stuff for like 5 minutes and it's just kind of cooling down because I don't want it to cook the egg or the meat when I put it in because it's all really hot right now. So I'm gonna mix it with my hands. But I'm gonna put in some Italian breadcrumbs. Yes, I'm putting in a lot, don't come for me. And some basil, get in there. And then I'm gonna add my veggie stuff. I'm probably doing this all wrong. Don't come for me, chefs, please. I'm making this up as I go. You see, this is what it looks like. We're just gonna, don't touch it. Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah. Girl, your arm's shaking, you need to work out.
Okay, that is never gonna happen. So we're gonna mix all this together. You want it wet, but not too wet and not too dry. Just right. Ew, I think I just splattered raw meat in my house. So I'm gonna have to make these into little balls that I will put on the frying pan later. Ta-da, meatballs. So I'm going to do something I do with like cookies sometimes, which probably is not a good idea, but I'm gonna put it in the fridge and let them kind of get cold and hard so that when I fry them on the frying pan, they don't like melt and fall apart. I don't know if that'll help, but I'm gonna do it. Our dough has doubled in size. So I need to roll this out a little bit and cut strips and make little garlic knots. I've never done this before. It is pretty sticky, so it needs more flour for sure. I'm not quite sure how big to do this. I've never done this before. I've made this dough before, and this dough is really bomb. Tie it in a knot, like that, and then like let it rise. Like a little garlic knot. Okay, make a little knot. There. That looks better.
Looks like
Ooh. So what makes them garlic knots, I guess, because right now it's literally just pizza dough, is you melt like butter and garlic and parsley and you drizzle that on top halfway through baking them. I don't know, you paint it with that stuff and then it's garlicky, buttery goodness, I guess. Oh my God, the garlic knots have risen. I'm heating up some olive oil and I'm going to basically like sear the outside of the meatballs so they're kind of more crisp on the outside. And then I'm bake them. By the way, I'm not following a recipe with this, so these could be a disaster. I don't know, but this is what they look like. They look like freaking meatballs. So I'm gonna stick them in here one at a time like that. Oh, clearly the pan wasn't hot enough. That should have sizzled. Oh well, gonna keep going. So I'm just gonna let them get brown and then I'm gonna put them on a foil-lined baking sheet and bake them in the oven 375 for 15 minutes. I'm making this up. Oh yeah, look at it. So they're just kind of like browned on the outside and then I'm gonna cook them on that in the oven. In a little pot, we just cooked like a stick of butter. How many garlic cloves, love?
5. But I only did 4.
4 garlic cloves.
One of them was really
and it said
big.
like 1/4 cup of parsley.
Uh-huh.
But we just did dried parsley. And it called for 1 stick of butter and 5 garlic cloves. That's wild.
1 stick, 5 garlic cloves, pinch of salt, 1/4 cup of parsley.
All those things. So that's cooking. And then knots are in the oven for 10 minutes and then we're gonna take them out and brush the butter stuff on it, put them back in for like 4 more minutes and then take them out and brush them again with the buttery garlic stuff. So I'm so excited for these knots. I hope they're freaking good. All right, here's what we're working with. Eric's brushing more on. I brushed on a little bit halfway through. They look beautimous. Whoa, garlic. That one's for you.
Okay.
Okay, we took a bite of one of them and they're really good. I recommend.
Incredible. They're like little
They're really
garlic
good. I recommend.
pillows.
I wouldn't put as much garlic on as Eric's going for. He's going to town
Oh, the
because
garlic knot.
I know, but then it like comes through your pores for 3 days. I used to take garlic pills in college because garlic is really, really, really good for your immune system. And we couldn't get sick because all of our grades counted on us being in class every day singing. So if you get sick, you can't sing and then you fail. So you cannot get sick if you're a music major. So my voice teacher made me take garlic pills every day and my breath always smelled like garlic. I hated it. I'm like scarred. 1 pill has like 1 million garlic cloves in it. Literally, I'm a scientist. I know like 1 pill equals 1 million garlic cloves. But that's what it tasted like, at least. It was so gross. Oh my god, this looks so good. Okay, dinner was delicious. We're watching season 2 of Killing Eve. I never saw season 1, but we're watching season 2. And we're finally painting the bowls. We're gonna leave 1 more bowl for Flynn to paint tomorrow. I started mine. Eric's working on one. I'm making little tiny cars on this bowl for Flynn. And I want to put a color on the inside. I don't know, maybe blue. Eric made the cutest thing ever. It's just plain, but on the inside it says, "Oh, dump truck," because that's what Flynn says whenever he sees dump trucks. He goes,
Ooh, dump truck.
and I think that's really cute. So we both made Flynn a little bowl, and I just need to paint the inside. Let's get to it. Good night, all my beautiful people. I am tired. It's 12:30 tonight. Usually I feel like I do this at like 1:30, so I'm a little bit ahead of the game. A lot of you were tweeting me very sweetly, thank you, about yesterday in my vlog that I posted. I said I have insomnia pretty bad. If you follow me on Twitter, you know my peak hours of being on the internet are like 2:30, 3 a.m. because that's when I cannot sleep. And so a bunch of people were like, try melatonin, try this, try that. Someone said that they had like clinical like insomnia. They called a doctor and they got medicine for it, and it was like, there's no shame in taking medication, and I love that. I think that medication for anything should be more normalized and not looked down on. So I'm gonna try melatonin tonight. I've tried it before and it didn't work, but I'm gonna try it for a few nights and see if that works. I'm gonna try meditation and see if that works. And if like in a week or so I'm still having this like really horrible insomnia problem, I mean, I'm going off of like 2 or 3 hours of sleep a night at this point, because I sleep for like an hour, maybe 2 before Flynn wakes up. And then I try to fall back asleep for a nap, and Eric takes him really early in the morning. And then I take a little nap with him for like 45 minutes. So it's like, yeah, I get like 2 or 3 hours of sleep and I'm dying. So I need to do something. So anyway, I just want to say thank you for everyone who's tweeting me like really sweet things, trying to like give me helpful tips and advice. So tonight, melatonin, and hopefully that works. I'm very tired. Good night.